Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's up, party people? We are back. Is my microphone on? I think it is. Who we got? Yeah, we're doing this live, Mike. We're going live. You know why? Because we're gonna go through value hunting, talk a little bit about Sorare, and then we'll dive into maybe a few underdog drafts too while we're out here. Excuse me, man. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a video drop already. Let me quickly go. Actually, we are. We're gonna start fresh off with a mental health check so I can cough. Let's see what do we got here. Let's do this one. All right, that was what a great way to start the day. Let me dive into the announcements here, just because Sorare did come out with a little bit of an announcement, an adjustment, letting us know they heard their feedback, which I always think is a positive thing. So real quick, from John in the Discord said, thank you for the feedback on the limited tip-off and your concerns about multi-accounting. Shout out me, who was who was banned for a short period of time on Monday. Limited tip-off replaced the common champ and took away limited rewards for many managers. To address this, starting game week 41, so that's this coming week on Monday, we'll shift some limited rewards from limited tip-off to pickup so that the prize pool for pickup is smaller to our other competitions in Sorare. Oh, similar, excuse me. So their prize pool is similar to our other competitions in Sorare football. Additionally, some users attempted to multi-account and limited tip-off to win rewards. This is against our terms, baby. Any game where new users compete against other new users for prizes can incentivize multi-accounting. While multi-accounting incentives cannot be fully eliminated, here's what they're going to do. They're requiring phone verification to claim a non-common reward from a common tournament. We love that. We're improving our ability to identify and flag accounts of violations of rules. We'll also continue to review your reports of multi-accounting and take appropriate. We're aware of your other feedback surrounding limited tip-off and are gathering data to make informed decisions, blah, 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 blah. Thought that was great. The fact that so many people had some ish to say about what was going down in those in those common streets. Good to get that kind of feedback. Good to hear that. We hear you, we see you, we feel you, but they actually made some change instead of just telling us they heard us. Definitely not perfect, but it is a W, as Ali said. That is a W. Ali said, excuse me. So what we're going to do today, we're going to dive into those spread scoots over at Momentum Labs for game week 40 here. I'm going to blow this up before I share it. We're going to see a lot of the same names. We also have some injury news, though, that is going to impact this coming weekend slate that I'm sure we'll have a better feel for tomorrow. So Kevin Durant's having an MRI today. I would venture to guess that he's going to at least at minimum be out this weekend's game week slate. So KD's probably off the charts of a playable guy, which will inevitably give boosts to guys like Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Josh Okogie, DeAndre Ayton, all those Suns guys. And then Luka. So Luka got hurt last night, left the game halfway through with the thigh injury, and then said, not good. So we got to stay tuned. He is also scheduled for further evaluation today. Hopefully we get that news before tomorrow. We should at least get KD news. Hopefully we get Luka news as well. And that will help color in some of the blanks as we start diving in. But let's get into the spreadsheets. Let's see what's cracking here. As always, we're going to start. Actually, yeah, let's start in the 20s and work our way down. If you haven't signed up for Sorare yet, go ahead and do that. There's a link there in the bottom of the show notes. Get us cooking. we're going to see there's not a lot of great stuff here at the high range, right? So you see Karis LeVert's really the only guy with a little bit of green and 20. When we look at 19, Pat Bev, Dylan Brooks, Dorian Finney-Smith, Charles Bassey. Bassey's cap's now up to 19. It's as less appealing as it once was. The one person I'll note here is Dylan Brooks. So I think I'll have a better. I don't like Dylan Brooks. He's not fun to root for. But the case for Dylan Brooks is even though he's bad, he's going to take 15 shots. I think he went like 4 for 17 in their game on Tuesday. They have a game tonight, so we'll get a better feel for it. I'm not trying to play Dylan Brooks, but I understand the case for Dylan Brooks. That's what I'll say. So if you want to ride or die with D Brooks, I totally get it. Shindra said, Mike, I wanted to ask you last week, but how do you see this NBA Sorare market situation? I'm not a crypto NFT guy, so I'm interested in your answer because at the moment it's the lowest it's been in the market. Well, great question, Shindro. I'm also not like a huge crypto NFT guy outside of the stuff that I've been doing here. So there's a couple of ways to look at it. I'm fresh off the shower, fresh out of a wash, #wash right now. So my hair's being a little crazy. I didn't put any product in it to get that flow. Actually, you know what we'll do? Here we go. Hold on one second. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's go. Is it a sponsored show? Who knows? Let's go. This is Sorare gang, baby. Sorare gang. Unless, do they have the emblem on the back? Oh, yeah. Let's do it this way. Like I'm in a fraternity or something. We need the hair to. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Let's go. Oh, look at this. Now it looks like I'm balding. Spalding? All right, we'll go this way. All right. This is what I would say. I think it makes a ton of sense that it's going down a little bit, right? So and Andrew Laird from Sorare Data, who is on Nels's show today, brought that up. LOL, I thought you were going to do your hair on air. I should have done that. I do need a Sorare chain. Is that a Sorare hat? Yeah. I got a Sorare hat, a Sorare shirt, a Sorare hoodie. We're so rared out. But no, I think the point that Andrew made a couple of weeks ago is that, right, the prices at the beginning of the season are at its highest for a couple of reasons. There's not a lot of supply out there, right? We're getting some of the earlier stuff. But because of that, when you buy that card, you're getting that card for 82 games. You're getting that player for the entirety of the season. Now, we've only got 15 games left, right? So it makes sense that the price for Giannis with 82 games and only a handful of them out there is going to be different than the price of Giannis for 12 games. Now, some of the playoff stuff is maybe Giannis is a bad example because he's still going to be used in the playoffs. And I think a lot of people are buying for the playoffs, but I think that makes a lot of sense, right? That's not the only reason. I'm not trying to say the sky's not falling, like the prices aren't bad. To me, it makes sense. We're getting down towards the end of the season. People are consolidating either to get ready for baseball, to move over to football, or to just like consolidate into playoff guys because teams like, I don't know, even somebody like Dame, who's been incredible this year, might not make it into the playoffs. And if he's not in the playoffs, like you can't use him again until October. And if you didn't hold him, if you didn't get him at the beginning of the year and rack up that XP, then when the new card comes out, it's not going to like value up to the series year 2, excuse me. So I don't know. I hope that makes some sense. I still think there's probably the shininess is worn off. This isn't the sexiest part of the NBA season. Like maybe we see a little bit of a boost when the playoffs come and it's only like 4 or 5 games a day. But something to monitor for sure. I'm not, again, and I think the Shot Tank Bros talked about it last night. I wasn't on that show, but that, it probably does make sense to move off some of this stuff right now because like the playoffs are coming, the end of the season's coming, like the writing's on the wall until next year. But we also like playing the game, which makes it tricky because we want to play the game. You play to win the game. Anyways, I hope that answers your question a little bit, Shindro. We can get back into some of this. So the 19 guys, right? We talked about Dylan Brooks, whatever, Pat Bev, whatever. Nothing's really too enticing here. Tyus Jones. And so he's coming off a pretty disappointing game Tuesday night. Hopefully when we get cracking tonight, when we tune in tomorrow, he dropped 50 or something because that is who I played this week, and he has disappointed me. Tyus Jones is going to be a great play this game week and probably for the next couple of weeks, right? Because Ja's going to miss at least 4 more games, and they have only 1 game this weekend. So that means this weekend and then the next game week, he's probably not going to play too much. And then who knows, man? Who knows when he's coming back, if he's coming back? who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? AJ was saying exactly. You have to factor in the beginning of the year, low amount of cards. You get to win more cards in return. The prices goes down because who wants players for a few weeks? Yeah. And weird how Sorare has merch already. I know, right? Okay, let's keep moving. So yeah, Tyus Jones, obviously a great play. We slide down to 17. Jordan Waller's been playing really, really well for the Pacers the last couple of games. Kevin Love has not. Has also missed a couple games, but he looks like he's good to go. Santel Tama, again, because they are without Brandon Clark and John Moran and Steven Adams and Hart. The Grizz are in trouble here. OKC, we're going to have to monitor the OKC stuff. Jalen Williams has been playing great. His cap's up to 17 now, so it's not like the same type of value. The one thing I will say is Dario Saric, man. Let me actually, I know that's going out of order. I want to see if I haven't looked yet. Is Dario Saric popping? So I actually think Dario Saric is a better play. I know he's got a cap of 12 and only a projection of 13. I really like Dario Saric this weekend. That's going to be my off the board play, but I really like Dario Saric. All right, sorry to derail us. Let's go back up to where we were. The 17 range, J-Dubs, Nicholas Batum, whatever, Gary Harris, whatever, Jay Shante, whatever. The 16 range, you had DeAnthony Melton. Is Tobias Harris still, is he missing any time? Toby? No, he's not. What about Harden? Is questionable. But anyway, so Melton's projecting pretty well. Cap at 16, pretty low risk. Same thing with Corey Kispert. Wiseman, again, dude, I really like Wiseman. Wiseman has been, dude, he's just out there, man. And they're benching a lot of people like Boyan. I know Boyan's not a direct impact, but Bogdanovich is pretty much shut down for the year. They're just going to be losing games left and right. They need to play Wiseman as much as they can. One thing I will say is the Pistons only have one game, so keep that in mind. Caruso projects solid. Nick Richards is decent here. Let's go down to 15, Torrey Craig. So Torrey Craig's one of the dudes that gets a boost from this KD thing. And you know what? We have like a pretty big sample size. We can actually like go back to not too long ago, right? If you look around the All-Star break after the trade happened, but before KD was ready, they were without Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, of course, but they also didn't have KD. So dudes like Torrey Craig and Okogie were really the biggest beneficiaries from that. One of them starts, the other one fills it in off the bench. Figuring out the Sun situation is going to be fun. They only have one game this weekend as well. A lot of one-gamers. Aaron Wiggins, Aaron Wiggins. It depends on some OKC news. Depot coming off a hot game. I think he scored like 24 real points or something. Cap of 14, projection of almost 19. He's solid. Quentin Grimes, we're seeing limited a little bit more with our friend Manuel Quickly, who's been playing really, really well lately. Alex is saying, what about T. Ross? What about my man, Terrence Ross? Let me go take a look at him. Let me go take a look at Ross. Yeah, I mean, he's going to get shots up if he's getting more minutes, right? So he's got a projection of 13. I mean, a cap of 13, a projection of 11. That's interesting. I'm surprised that's as low as it is. So I guess he's not projecting as well. You get Jay Crowder down here, Isaiah Livers. I don't really love playing Isaiah Livers. Did you see Lindy Waters come out making them threes like he's Steph Curry 3.0? I know. Lindy Waters is funny. I only know Lindy Waters. We were making fun of him this morning in the show, but he's someone that I just know from DFS because every year OKC's like, you know what, we should lose as many games as we can in a short amount of time. And Lindy Waters is always a name that pops up for like 3K. Shinder's asking about RJ. Oh, we're going to get to RJ, baby. Actually, let's do that now. I'm going to stop sharing screen here for a second so I can get my Sorare up over. I got to switch tabs. All right, let's pull this back up. I'll show you. I want to show you how devastated I am right now with my rare lineup. So if we look at the deets, look at this lineup, man. I had Keegan Murray, 33 with one game left. Whatever. Hopefully he has a better game. Xavier Tillman drops 49. RJ Hampton drops 38. I get another Tyus Jones game. No games from J-Dub. Brutal. Just brutal. But yeah, RJ Hampton's probably one of my favorite value plays. If I could have found a photo of him faster, I would have had him on the thumbnail instead of Jaden Hardy, but that's what I had. What's up, Chicken Frog in the house? Let's keep going. Chicken Frog, who's your favorite Sun with this KD news? I mean, besides Booker and CP3, like Terrence Ross, Okogie, Torrey Craig, who do you like? Jay Crowder projects okay. He's probable with a little bit of an injury. We got Livers, Drummond, Jackson Hay. I don't love any of this right here. Usman Jang is someone I want to pay attention to. Cap at 13, projection of almost 14. I just feel like, especially once they decide they no longer want to make the plan, if they do, maybe he gets a little bit more run to see what they got in the rookie. We're down in the 12 range. Nikhil Alexander-Walker continues to play meaningful minutes for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think that's fine. But here's some good stuff now. Luke Kennard, John Conchar, like figuring out this Memphis stuff. They're going to get some shots up. I know I wasn't like super excited about Luke Kennard last week, but whatever. With her cap of 11, you can do a lot worse. And then you get the Nets bros down here and Joe Harris and Seth Curry. I'm probably going to stay away from that. Now let's get to sub 10. Let's get to the juice. So Andre Iguodala, cap of 5. RJ Hampton, cap of 5. Hampton projects for 16. Now, I will say, RJ Hampton ran really well in that first game that he played. The first game, actually, while I have my lineup up, I'll pull that. Let's look at what RJ did here. That first game, he ran hot. He put up 32 fantasy points, but then I got the rare boost here. But he got 10 points from points. He had 4 boards, 3 assists. He had 5 steals. So 15 of those points came from steals. That's an outlier. So, he put up 37 and 18. Let's cut the difference. Let's say he's like a 24 point. Even if he got 18, he just 3x'd his cap, right? So it's a great play. So RJ Hampton's probably my favorite play. Ooh, just traded in for a Kennard today. Uh-oh, I got a sneeze coming. We need to do. Let's do this. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? Man, that was well-timed. That was a well-timed. I hit the button right on cue, baby. Right on cue. What about Buddy Boeheim in the near future? Diallo out for ROS. So Boeheim, his dad just stepped down. There you go. Buddy is not projecting at all. I mean, his cap's 3. You know what? They only have 1 game. Actually, it says he's in the G League right now, so maybe we got to pay attention to that. I don't know how up to date that is, but I'll double check on that. I would much rather, though, Ali, look at this weekend's game and then make that decision versus like taking a stab at that right now. That's kind of where I land. So I think for under 10, RJ Hampton is by far my favorite play. Iguodala is fine. I don't like Iguodala that much. I just think his upside is so capped where I'd rather like RJ Hampton has a shot at 30. Realistically, Iguodala's highest is like 18, right? So I like RJ Hampton, and that's really it for sub 10. Then the 11 spot's really nice with Kennard, Conchard, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, solid. Jay Crowder's fine. Depot's fine. Grimes is fine. Torrey Craig. But then here, this DeAnthony Melton, Corey Kispert range is pretty sweet. We already talked about Jordan Wara. I like him a lot. Santi Aldama. Basically all of the Memphis guys. Tyus Jones and RJ Hampton, two of my favorites there. So that's what we got for this game week. Just a reminder too. So let's actually look at this right now. We're giving away a $150 NBA store credit to whoever wins our Play with Friends limited contender, right? So we have 368 members. Well, I'll share this link too. I imagine most of you are in there right now. But if you're not, go ahead and join. But if you look at the leaderboards for limited contender right now, I thought I was going to have a shot at it. I really liked my squad there for a second. I thought I was going to have a shot. I'm in 65th right now. But right now, we got Cam Mert with 220, 14-point lead. Let's see what we're cooking with. Blake, James Wiseman, Scam Reddish, Kelly Oubs, and then that 78 by Hallie. You needed one of those. Matty Harrison, baby. He's got Laurie Markkinen, Jeremy Grant, Cam Reddish, Wiseman, Lamar Stevens. And then there's big gaps, though. Like that 14-point gap is pretty nice. I ended up rocking with, let's scroll all the way down to 65. There I am, nice and in blue. We had Sabone with 49. He's still got a game left. Wiseman with 40, which was nice. And then I got that Tyus and Roddy who combined for 36. Michael Porter Jr. with 31, basically hit his cap. 20th in limited contender right now. There you go, baby. Josh, yeah, I talked about Jalen Williams a little bit earlier. I like Jalen Williams. I think I like Dario Saric a little bit more, even though he's not popping as much. But I like both of those guys. I like both of those guys with Kenrich out. I like it. Knicks may get some run with Ty going to a G League. That's true too. Dacian Knicks. Let's actually see if that does, although they do have Kevin Porter Jr. back, and they have Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green running around. So, but you're right. He probably gets all the backup minutes, and Jayshawn Tate. A little tricky. Wait, you said you're in 10th in the Team Hold Mega League or 11th? Are you Rice? Yeah, this is you? Team Hold Mega League? What's ML? What is ML? I know. I really wish they would change the name from Play with Friends. I agree with you. Called Play with My Homies. Play with My Boys. Something like that. Something tough. Yeah, Weisberg, what are you smoking? What league are you talking about? Let's see what for upcoming. I don't know if I know Jalen Williams is missing his game, one more game, I think. So I don't think I can play him. But if I look at my rare contender, wow, he's up to 39 now. So I think we just rock Keegs, Tillman. I think we go back, obviously back to the Tyus Jones well here. I don't want to have to go shopping if I'm being honest here. Jaden Hardy with one game against the Grizzlies could be interesting. I guess we could go if we thought Knicks was a good play. Although I don't think we have to do that. I think we could just go Matherin and Eubanks. Even though I don't love Eubanks right now, they got 2 games. It fits nicely. What about Trey Murphy? It's for limited. I was looking at limited right now. I mean, contender. I think you meant contender. Oh, 11th and champion. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're giving away another 150 for that league. So make sure you join. DeJounte at 34 is pretty nice. Hey, you know what we're going to do? I'll still answer some questions. We're going to go over to Underdog while we do this, though. And I'm going to enter one of those $10 drafts here. So if you guys want to enter, go ahead. If you sign up using Underdog, use promo code HOLD. If it's your first time, it gets you 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. So it's 100 free bucks. I'm going to the dance right here. The dance. It's a $10 entry. This is NBA playoff best ball. And we're going to we got 2, there's spots for 2 more. But anyways, yeah, someone was asking about DeJounte Murray. Let's see how he's projecting. He's got a cap at 34 and a projection at 39. That's always nice. And then Trey Murphy was the other one I know somebody mentioned in the chat here. Trey Murph is 23 with a projection of 27.5. I know he's coming off a good game week. I like Trey. Trey's been good. His 3 hasn't been following in the same spot. Thanks to your Kuzma wreck on Monday, I'm in first. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Light the Kuz. Light the Kuz. All right, we're waiting for one more over in that Underdog. Just a reminder, too, if you guys haven't checked out Oversubscribe yet, I'll drop a link into the chat for that as we march on to 100%. If you want to, instead of doing like a VIP or a Patreon, if you want to invest in Team Hold, basically a one-time investment over the next 3 years, you get 13.5% of everything we make. It goes straight to you. Straight to you. Let's see. We're up to 51%. Let's refresh. All right, still 51%, but that's right. We're cooking. All right, one more, and then we're golden. I've done a bunch of these so far. I guess I've only done 2 or 3 of the $10 ones, but I did a bunch of 3 ones. I know. Yeah. When can you use your David Duke Jr.? Is he in the G League right now? I don't even know where David Duke Jr. is. Let's see. Let's see if that's on the spreadsheets. David Duke. Yeah, he's in the G League. He's in the G League, baby. Need to make a Kuz drop. Thought he was Steph. Dude, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, AJ. That was so funny. That no-look 3. I mean, Porzingis was mortified. He was mortified. That was so fun. Hawks are giving Murray more handle time. Yeah, Murray hasn't put up like a big game in a while, though. Or at least not when I've been doing the morning show. I feel like I see a little bit more of Trey Young stats than I do our friend over at DeJounte Murray. Let's look what other lineups can I make right now. Let's look at my limited champion's been pretty bad because Ja's like my best player. So we got to focus on limited contender. I think we'll go back to a similar squad, right? I think we'll get in Tyus, who went up a little bit. We'll get in Wiseman, who went up a little bit. We'll probably put in Hampton. RJ might get us up to Sabonis. So Sabonis is 1 game. Fred VanVleet is 1 game. Jamal Murray with 2 games. They're also coming off a loss. I don't hate that. Also marking in here. I mean, we could do a 40 and a 30. Zach Collins up to 33. Is Collins still projecting well? No, he projects like exactly his cap, which isn't like terrible. Mark Williams. What's Mark Williams cap up to 30? I remember when we had him when he was low. Mark Williams. Did they pass him? Cap at the projection at 34. That's not terrible. Jalen Williams has been ruled out, right? Oh no, it's Jalen. No, why? He said he's questionable. I thought, is J-Dubs not ruled out? I thought he was ruled out. We'll have to double check. All right, still waiting for 1. All right, but I don't know what I would do. Thoughts on VanVleet? You think he gets suspended for speaking out about the refs, or just find him heavy? Yeah, it's a great question, AJ. You know what's funny? I didn't even think they would get suspended. I think he probably just gets fined heavy. I mean, I know it was like a big old That was a big old bunch of F-bombs using the ref's name, stuff like that. That's usually not great, Bob. I think he's going to be okay, though. All right, let's throw in Jamal Murray here. That gives us 27. Also, the draft's starting here in a few seconds. So, and then I can do the Dort report. Let's do a drop. Where's Doherty at? Lower your volume, baby. All right, Dort doesn't have a great projection, but we'll see. All right, so the draft is starting. Let's see. Are any of you guys in here? Yeah, Milo's in there, baby. Look at Milo drafting while he works. We got Rorschach, B Wakey Way, Big Dog Bry, Milo. We're in the 5 hole, and then Have Stang. Yeah, I'm curious. Do you guys think Fred VanVleet gets suspended for that? I loved it. We need to see what Tim Livingston thinks about Fred VanVleet. I mean, he definitely could get suspended. Snoopaloop's asking. You can get suspended for anything. What's your John Morant? Because he still hasn't been suspended. The weirdest thing. We had so many thoughts, so many questions. All right, I went to check out Tim Livingston's feed, and he just retweeted the Fred VanVleet thing. Love it. If the league wants the Lakers to be in the play-in, then yes, yeah. If they suspend Fred, surely leave themselves open to be appealed, and then Scott Foster. Yeah, that's true too, Mike. All right, the draft started when Giannis Jokic. I'm curious what our man Milo does. Does KD drop now because of this injury? Because, I bet his ADP's dropping. Let's see. Big Dog takes Tatum. I bet Milo takes Embiid. Jaylen Brown. I'm taking Embiid. I'm hoping Harden's there. I know we do need a Fred VanVleet hero drop. So Durant at 6, Booker at 7. Man, that is a sick turn right there to get both of them, especially if they're healthy. We'll take Harden here. We're just going to stack up these Sixers. And then who knows? Maybe there's an injury there with Luka, right? We're still waiting for that news. Although, I mean, getting Luka, if Milo goes Jalen Luka, that's pretty solid, right? That is pretty solid. I'm not going to tell you what to do, Milo, though. Drew Holiday JB. That's a fun start. Also, feel free if you guys have more Sorare questions. Let me know. I'm going to try to do so many of these. Basically, I hit a pick'em last night. If we look, what was my pick'em results here? Pick'em results, NBA. So we did Plumlee. Look at how close this was. I got 1 steal from Man, 8 points. I beat it by half, and then OG got there pretty easily, which was nice. No. Shoot, what am I doing? Draft. All right, there we go. Active. Let's get back in here. 5 picks away. All right, we still got time. What did I miss here in this draft? So when Jamal Murray, Seth Curry at 11 feels pretty nice. That feels like a good draft, a good spot. I like this start of Harden and Embiid though, and then what I'll probably do, I'll probably either go Grizzlies or they'll probably both be gone by the time I actually draft. Fred VanVleet should get a bonus of some kind. Yeah, you know what I would love? I would love for him to get fined. And then the Toronto Raptors say they're covering the fine. What a GOAT move by Masai if they did that, right? Be like, we accept the fine from the NBA of probably like $150,000, and we're gonna pay it. That would be a GOAT move. All right, Milo's up here. I wanted to take Kyrie. I'm bummed that Kyrie's gone. Milo goes Middleton. That's a great start. All right, we're going to get frisky here. We're going to pretend that Ja's coming back. We got to draft some Wang soon, though. AJ said, last time Fred had a baby, the Raps won the NBA title. It just might be the year. I want them to get hot. I think Toronto's fun, man. I would love the Raptors to go on a run. I'm a big Siakam believer. It just would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice? Milo says he hates his team. Milo, what's your... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm on the clock. I kind of want to take I'm taking Kawhi. This feels like a stretch here, but I'm taking Kawhi right now. So we started with Embiid and Harden, and then went John Kawhi to get some Western exposure. Milo, let's look at your team. Why do you hate it? You went Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Chris Middleton. Yeah, I guess there's a bunch of mids. But you know what? You have a lot of consistency. You don't have anybody like you don't have any superstars, but you have a bunch of guys that can get you 45 to 50 on the reg. I like to think somebody tuned in for the first time today and they're like, why does he wear his hats like that? It's a style, dude. Just like those big hats, this is next. This is next. I never get to see the Ingram injury. Is he missing any time? Did BI get hurt? I missed that too. Did he not play last? Oh, I guess he didn't play last night, right? Because of CJ Overs. I missed it. That team's screwed, man. I feel so bad for the Pels. It's like we can't have nice things, you know? We can't have nice things. All right, Milo, what are we doing here, Milo? Milo goes Marcus Smart. I feel like I'm supposed to take Desmond Bain here or Maxey. I think I'm supposed, no, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take Paul George. We're going to hope one of those guards are there. See, I like this little stack here, though. We got 2 Sixers, 2 Clips. If the Clips somehow make a little run, I got the 2 studs. And then I can hopefully, as long as he doesn't go Bain Maxey, I could take one of Bain or Maxey there. And then maybe get like Tobias Harris my next trip around the room. He went out at half, headed to the locker room, man. All right, Jimmy Butler went next. Who would you guys take right now? If it Maxey or Bain with this lineup, who would you take? Maxey or Bain? We got Harden, Morant, Kawhi, Paul George, and Embiid. I feel like it's Maxey, right? If my team sucks, I can at least take credit for the Boston crash. That's true. All right, I need the chat. Chat, who are you taking here? Maxey or Bain? I think it's Maxey. I think the answer is Maxey. Yeah. I'll give anybody any other votes? AJ says Maxey. Anybody else? All right, we're just going to take Maxey. Maxey, welcome aboard. So we get this 3. And I do want some Sixers exposure. I also don't believe in Philly, but neither does anybody else, right? So I like the idea of having like the core Philly guys. And I said this yesterday, but if Philly goes on a run, right? You don't see Philly sweeping teams. I feel like they're going to get out of the first round in 5 or 6 games. They're going to get out of the second round in like 7 games. So I kind of like it. Of course, Trickenfrog says Bain after I already drafted. You did that on purpose, Trickenfrog. I know. And then this next time down, I think I know what we're gonna do. I know what we're gonna do with this next turn. Zig when everyone's zags. That's right. He wears his hat like that because he has bad. Yeah, because of my hairline, baby. Because of that hairline, baby. I shot a video today for Underdog, and my hair was out of control because I was outside. They wanted it out in the park. Also, you're gonna see a Bandy sighting as long as it doesn't get nixed. But hair was out of control, and I thought about that comment. I thought about that comment the whole time. All right, so when Brogdonovich, Julius Randle, Rorschach took Toby. All right, so Toby's off the board. Al Horford. Oh, Milo's pissed. Milo wanted Horf. All right, I'm kind of excited about what. All right, we're gonna do it here. AD. We're gonna get this team is getting out of the first round. It might not win the finals, but it is getting out of the first round. I'm telling you that right now. And as long as Hav's staying, I wanted LeBron there. I thought that was going to be a sick little 2-man if I could do that. All right, so for wings that are available, because I do need another wing, I think, here, we've got Bruce Brown, the Wiggins, Siakam, Mikal Bridges. I think we're just going to take Bruce Brown. Just take him right there. Man, I wanted to go AD LeBron. That would have been really nice. All right, so right now we're looking at Harden, Morant, Maxey for my guards, Kawhi, PG, Bruce Brown for my wings. This is a first-round team. And if somehow the Lakers won a playoff series, and now what I kind of like about this Ja Morant is if Ja Morant sucks, I still have like Harden and Maxey to put up big, and I only take 1 guard score plus 2 flexes, right? So you get 1 guard score, 1 wing score, 1 big score, and then 2 flexes. So obviously AD or Embiid is going to be one of the flexes. And then I now have Kawhi and Paul George if Ja doesn't go. I've got 2 shots. Mike says not Mikal Bridges. So I like Mikal Bridges. I'm nervous, Mike, that they don't make the playoffs because the play-in game doesn't count. It has to be like the top 8 when the playoffs officially start. The Nets right now are in the 6th seed, which is fine. But I think they're 2.5 games or 3-game lead on the Heat, who I think is 7. If they fall out of the top 6, there's a real chance they don't get out of the play-in game. However, I do like it. If Mikal Bridges is still there towards the end of this draft, I might take a shot on Mikal Bridges. But I'm just nervous he's not going to be there. That's like the same thing with Dame. That's why you see Dame's ADP is 55. But I don't know. Like, would you rather have Dame with a huge ceiling or Trae Young? Because I feel like Trae Young has a better shot at right. Because I think when you look at who's 7 and 8 right now, you're like Atlanta and Miami. Those are the teams that are getting in. But if like Toronto sneaks in or Washington sneaks in, so I like taking those dart throws later. This is probably this might be my favorite team that I've got though. Man, I think we're going to take Trae Young here, and then I think we will take Mikal Bridges if he's still there. But yeah, I took Trae over Dame because I think Trae is going to get into the playoffs. And Dame, I don't know, man. Like Portland might not even make the play-in. I think I will take okay, he took Mikal Bridges. So like, this is my last pick. Let's say Karl-Anthony Towns. I usually don't draft 3 big men, but all of these 3 guys can put up like 50s. I think that's the move. That's the move. We'll do more of these this week, by the way. I'm going to be drafting a bunch of these into the playoffs. I'm going to try to get some guests to come on. Maybe we'll get a JBB sighting. I'll take a look at everybody's rosters, though. After this ends, I'll pull up. Or I guess it was just me and Milo, right? Let's look at Milo ended up with JB, Drew Holiday, Middleton, Triple J, Marcus Smart. I like Fox late, Edwards, Bane, Bam, Dame. Milo, that team has upside, though. I know what you're saying. Like, you don't have like one of the top 3 or 4 guys to like start a squad, but you got screwed by that KD injury. Killed that, right? I saw somebody too, by the way. Somebody took SGA with the 2nd pick overall in one of these that I did yesterday. It's crazy. But I appreciate you guys hanging out for value hunting. And then for this, we'll be back tonight at 7 o'clock with some 89 Cavs. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to go drink some tea, rest my voice, maybe catch some no dunks. You know what I'm saying? But hope you guys have a good rest of the day. We'll see you in a bit. We out.